Hello, hi there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are good today. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Safa Syifa El Rahma from MBI Amanatul Ummah Mojokerto, and I'm so glad to be here today. In this occasion, I will deliver you a speech about environmental education is important for young generation. Why is it getting hotter and hotter? Why is it so hot this day? It's definitely rainy seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, do you often complain about the weather like this? But if you think about it, actually, it's unsurprising because we have this big issue called global warming, right? But no, I'm not going to talk about global warming right now. I stand here to confess my concern. Hear me out. To begin with, our country Indonesia is a big and rich country with its many kind of sources. However, I bet you never not heard that Indonesia is also often included in some bad categories. Well, what else can we say for second biggest contributor to marine pollutions and second highest deforestation rate according to the World Population Review in 2024? Isn't it very baffling, ladies and gentlemen, how we see technologies and infrastructures are developing vastly, but our nature conditions are never being worse year by year? Doesn't it make you wonder? Then what can we do about it? That's why, right now we're going to talk about environmental education. Education. You're perhaps asking now, if we're going to talk about how we can fix our natural conditions, why don't we just straight talking about voluntary work or machines that turn junks into energy? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to now imagine a tree. Have you done it? Okay, so trees grow step by step and therefore generates trunks, leaves, and fruits, right? However, one part needs to be the beginning of everything. That's why trees have roots. The environmental education, I'll say, is the root for the better environment tree. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so in other words, the environmental education is the base foundation to the better environment. When one has the character which into a better environment, they will turn their mind in every second of their life to make the environment as neat as possible. Now, do you get the idea? If you do, then now in this case, I will give you further explanations on why environmental education is important to shape the young generation. First, environmental education creates a disciplined, critical, and attentive character. First thing on mind of the concept of the environmental education is to care for the environment, right? So in the environmental education demands youth to take actions whenever there are environmental issues. So basically, they need to identify the problems, search for the possible solutions, and therefore keep it stay cool. So that builds three characters. Second, environmental educations trains motoric and soft skills. When we engage with nature, we tend to use directly our hands and body, like swimming, digging, lifting, sweeping, and others. These are activities that trains motor skills. Then what about soft skills? Well, with environmental education, the young generation can train themselves to adapt in every kinds of situations. These are definitely the most important thing when we're in society. Are we all agree? Okay, the third is the environmental education creates a generations that insist sustainable developments. Anytime soon, the younger generations will be the real society. They're the government, they're the scientists, they're the entrepreneur. And fortunately, the good habits that they get from the environmental education will most likely to mirror the country they will shape in the future. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are why environmental education is important to shape the young generation. In Indonesia, right now we have been doing good by having Adiwiyata schools and voluntary programs for youth. I believe we can do better in the future. Well, this is the end of my speech. I hope we can do better in the future. And remember, Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the future, because the earth has music for those who listen." Thank you so much and goodbye.